Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports? And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. The kind of tackling they want to see all game as he'll lose yardage to start things out. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And some room to maneuver. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Pretty explosive run on that inside handoff, and when you're a runner of his caliber, you don't need a big crease.
You really don't, but also what we're seeing is an offensive line that's taking charge at the point of attack, aren't we? Not only they're controlling the initial contact, they're actually utilizing what they call the strain the next 2 to 3 seconds to continue to move people.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Here's a give to Barkley. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. This Washington defense, Charles, terrific in the victory a week ago.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game. Came from all angles, created a lot of illusions, and especially just beat them man for man. That's the kind of defense that really frustrates an opponent.
And a line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Washington defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. Throwing Jones. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. DeAndre Carter back deep. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. First carry for the Memphis man, Antonio Gibson. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
On 2nd down, here's Gibson again. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
Antonio Gibson is an absolute dart with the ball in his hands, and he can make you miss, and he can run over you. Took a little while to crack the starting lineup as a rookie, but boy, was he sensational when he did. Went for 115 yards and 3 scores in a Thanksgiving Day clobbering of the Dallas Cowboys. And Washington, they felt like they had a real find when they took him in the 3rd round last year, number 66 overall, and he justified their decision.
Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. On play action, it's Kaepernick. He's going to air it out deep for Woods. Touchdown, Washington! Robert Woods, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And Washington has taken a first-quarter lead. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. It's good, and Washington will take a 7-0 lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they were winners in the season opener Sunday. Now they get the quick turnaround game here on Thursday night. But, CD, you say this is an ideal setup for them. Why?
Well, it's just the way the schedule lines up because everyone's got to play a Thursday game, and that's because of competitive balance. So, let's face it, would you rather play week 2 when you're still relatively fresh and excited about the season? Or week 15 when you've had a season's worth of bumps and bruises to factor in, and who knows what your record might be at that time as well?
Running again with Barkley on 2nd down. 5 yards on 1st down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
An extra man in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. Now Jones. That's complete to Slayton. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. They'll try and throw for it here. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. A 1st down carry for Barkley. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 46 yards rushing for him now to this point.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Flush to his right. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And, it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big third down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
And he will have a Giants first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
First down, New York.
Now Saquon Barkley. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Operating from the gun, Jones eluding the pressure right. That ball caught by Slayton. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 21.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
2nd and 10. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
The pass there over the middle to start things out. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Throwing now is Kaepernick. He'll get this into the hands of Antonio Gibson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Throwing on first down is Kaepernick. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. It's a first down or more for Gibson. And down to the 27-yard line.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. Let the rushers get upfield. The blocking forms in front. Lofted it to the runner. And now, not only does he have open space in front of him, he's got an escort as well, and they pick up big yardage.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Now Kaepernick. And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. Picked picked off by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And the Giants are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Galladay. And they are into field goal range now as he's got the first down at the 26.
And the Giants needed and went out and got a bona fide #1 receiver in Kenny Galladay from Detroit, where he spent 4 seasons and twice went over 1,000 yards. They'll really help the young quarterback, Daniel Jones.
Yeah, they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A final shot before break. Jones. Flushed out right. He dumps it off to Barkley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So we've reached halftime here at our nation's capital with a Washington football team on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They're set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 44 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
They fake the give. Now Kaepernick. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown, Washington. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
And I'm telling you, nothing will let up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
From the 29, Jones. That's caught by Galladay. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys and plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. That's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
2nd and 5 now. Jones. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
And no one happier to see that than the Giants fans themselves. Saquon Barkley was used a lot his rookie year, 91 catches, which was a record for NFL rookies. That fell off to 52 in 2019. And then, of course, the injury in Week 2 at Chicago last year prevented him from reaching those heights.
They'll run on 1st down. Barkley, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Off-play action. Jones escaping the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Here's Jones from the gun on 3rd down. And Ingram holds it in. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
A very important 3rd down conversion right there, because when you're trailing and find yourself this deep in enemy territory, the kicker's not even part of your thought process. You got to make it pay off with 6. Nice connection right there to set up 1st and goal.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. Jones. Buying time to his, and he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Daniel Jones, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Giants are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. And, oh, it's no good on the PAT, so they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. No return here for Carter, and this will be a touchback. Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Gibson again. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On play action, it's Kaepernick. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's a give to Gibson. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. 67 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
5 in the secondary now for the Giants here on 3rd.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Hey, 91, 91.
Here's Kaepernick to throw. And he completes this one to Terry McLaurin. Touchdown, Washington! Terry McLaurin, his first touchdown of the new season. And Washington going to add on to their lead. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know that makes them.
And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. That's Deron Payne with a sack that time. Throwing on 2nd and long. Jones to Barkley on the check down. And some space here. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Open man, he's got him. It's Tony for a Giant touchdown. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
Yeah, that throw, my goodness, and even 70 yards through the air. This time, the extra point up and good, as this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. Gano now, following the touchdown, here to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
To throw, Kaepernick.
Throw right side, taken in by Gibson.
And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. Kaepernick now to throw. Flush to his right. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th. Here's Tressway now, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones finds his tight end Ingram. And bulldozing his way through. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive.
Meanwhile, Jones' throw here taken in by Ingram.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Jones.
Eluding the pressure right. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. A lot of work to get away and outside of the pocket, but no actual yardage there on the catch. It's 2nd down.
Now Jones.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
After that sack, 3rd and long, tough spot for Jones and the Giants. Jones.
Flushed out right.
The throw for Galladay is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Gary and Conley. Dances by him.
And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line.
And now, oh boy, this is a bit of a surprise. To be kind, they accepted the holding penalty, so wipe out the interception, and their defense will stay on the field. Okay. A handoff for Gibson.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down.
Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for Washington,
they used a favorable early schedule to their advantage as they move to 2-0. And now they'll get the weekend off as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Atlanta Falcons come to town.